Alright, first I'm going to start with before anything. Good afternoon, class. I've been here for a while. Of course, if you guys do not know me or do not remember me, my name is Kenny Usazero. The question I would like to ask all of you is, how many of you have wanted to work out, to go in a weight room, to lose weight, gain muscle, or just plain out become healthy? Raise your hand. Good. All right. My second question is, how many of you have seen a workout room, a cardio room, or any type of workout room at all? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the whole class, which is good. All right. Now, I'm not going to tell you that the first day you walk into the weight room, you're going to get results the next day. You're going to lift a couple dumbbells, do a couple reps, and then next day you wake up, you have a rocking body, you're perfect, you're healthy, you can run a full mile in under a minute. No, I'm not going to tell you that. But what I am going to tell you is that every important thing that you do in the room, in the weight room, cardio room, or whatever, will show results. And that takes time. And the only time is of the essence. And the only time that you really want to consider is when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and when you want to get it done. So, next thing I want to say also is the benefits of working out. Those come after. Well, actually, surprise, you already have the mental benefits before you even walk into the weight room. You are born with those mental benefits already. So those we'll talk about soon, but I'm telling you now that you don't need to go to some special class, you don't need to sit there and watch workout videos or anything like that to gain these mental benefits. But what I am also going to tell you about this is that the mental benefits that you are going to increase, and what I mean by increase is that they will better themselves and also help you out in very, very positive ways in the weight room. It will increase them. You'll feel a lot better. All right. Moving on. Before I could teach you the benefits, before I could teach you anything else, I want to get down the knots to the different types of lifting types, which most of you all know. There are many variety of them. I'm only going to tell you a few of them. One of the mental benefits is bodybuilding, heavy lifting, constant heavy. You guys see those people who have like 6 or 7 45 plates on each side and the bar is bending? That's bodybuilding. But with coming a lot of bodybuilding is medium reps. And by medium, I mean small reps. They are doing 5 of total of 3 sets. So altogether, that's 15. And that's just, you're not going to gain basically enhanced strength with that. You are going to get built and you're exploding your muscles, but you're not going to get them strong enough. Because those guys, they may lift a lot, but they only can do so much. A dude can sit there and he can be big, built, a monster, but he can probably hold only 200 pounds behind his punch. That's not enough to knock out a person. The limited amount of a knockout to a person is 600 pounds behind the punch. And a bodybuilder can only carry 200 to 300 pounds. That's half that. So, what you choose to that is if you want to take that in. But also, with bodybuilding, there is lots and lots of consumption. There is meat, there is big old plates. The average calories a bodybuilder will consume in a day is well over 30,000. They have big old huge plates of steak, chicken, protein shakes. They even have protein shakes if they don't make it to their meal. They have these big old snacks already packed and ready to go. They cook their meal in a week in advance. So therefore they can just refrigerate it, and so when they get done working out, they go home, throw it in the microwave. That's how it works for a bodybuilder. You have to constantly eat. And not only that, what comes after eating is supplements, protein shakes. Those little pills that help you gain intense muscle or whatever that help you get pumped up, those actually are a requirement for bodybuilding. You don't have to take them, but if you want to get expanded muscle or be huge or whatever, those are what you need to take. Now the second one I want to get into is body weight. Most of you are familiar with that. That's just lifting your own body. Easy, simple as that. But what you guys don't know with coming with body weight working out, as you are working out, your muscle increases and your fat decreases. But what's the mixture of that, and why I'm telling you about this, is that when you do that and when it happens, you have to change it up a bit. You're sitting there, you're weighing 190, you're working out. You go to 2 weeks past, you go to the little weight thing, you weigh yourself, you found out you gained 10 pounds, but it's not from fat, it's from muscle. What happens next is that instead of doing, just the same body weight workouts or whatever, you add a 10-pound plate because you've gained that 10 pounds that you did not know about, that you had no idea about. And with body weight workouts, it's an equal amount of reps, same as anybody else does in the weight room, which is about 10 to 15 of 3 sets. So that's well over 50 reps. So, which is kind of good for a body weight. And now, the third one I want to tell you guys about is one I'm pretty sure you all have seen either in videos, weight rooms, or competitions, are the shredded people. By shredded, I mean superhumans. These superhumans actually train from the moment they get out of middle school. These guys, they're eating right. They're constantly working out. They're spending maybe a good 9-10 hours in the gym every day. They're lifting, but here's the thing about that. Here's the kicker. They don't need supplements. They don't need protein shakes. Some of them don't even eat meat. You're wondering why they're so built, why their muscles are showing so much. Well, here's the thing. It's a lot about controlled eating. With everything you eat, there comes an amount of calories and an amount of protein. These guys only consume 13, 14 grams of protein a day. That's legit how much they consume. Some of them even 20. But the calories they keep under is well over 200 calories. You guys are wondering what type of meals can sustain a full-grown man, but yet wondering, how is he retaining his shape, yet he's eating so little. Let me tell you, these guys actually invent their own superfoods. They find out like the different categories of vegetables, meats, tofu, all this other stuff. They combine it together and start creating their own superfoods. That's when the science comes in. And next, last and fourth, is your guys' own regimen. Meaning you guys yourself are unique in the weight room. What you guys do in the weight room is your own regimen, is of your own creation. And nobody's going to be in there and tell you like, hey, you can't do that, or you can't do this and that, or you're not allowed to do that. Well, I'm here to tell them different. Because when you go into the weight room, what you do in the weight room is your own bit. And the next thing I'm going to tell you is nutrition. Big word. I could just scream it right now, but I don't want to ruin you guys' ears. Nutrition plays a big part in working out. Nobody knows this. About 30% of your body's mechanisms are in the weight room. But 70% of the rest of it is in the food, what you guys eat. And nobody knows this. I've learned it from actually a source, which his name happened to be Lucas Chaselone. He'll be located in the gym over here at the Jack Barton Center. He could tell you himself too that 70% of your body's mechanism is food, nutrition. You gotta watch what you eat. You gotta be careful of how much you consume. You gotta be sure to drink lots and lots of water, because that plays a big part. Water not only helps regenerate your body and help cool it down, it actually carries oxygen throughout your body, as well as breathing in and out. So nutrition plays a big part. Must watch what you eat. If anything, if you're trying to train and eating healthy, well, add a benefit into it. You ever heard of cheat days? Most of you have seen people have cheat days. They go and eat like maybe one slice of pizza or whatever. Consider that as a reward. If you want to train into eating healthy, eat healthy all week, have an incentive at the end. That's a little nutrition, because you're going to work it off anyway. You're going to work it off in that whole week. Moving on, we have next are your mental benefits. These are going to be a big requirement when it comes into the weight room, because nobody but you will know this. Nobody but you. I can't stress that enough. Nobody but you guys will know these type of benefits in your head. Which one goes on through your head? Which one will be placed in your head? Which one will be at which station? I'm here to tell you that all these benefits will play at every each station you do, each and every workout you do. Simple as lifting a pencil. All you guys can do that, right? Lift up the pencil, lift up the pen, type in keys on the keyboard. Well, those mental benefits are already playing in your head as we speak, as you're thinking, as you're listening. First benefit is determination. Determination plays a huge part when it comes into the weight room, to homework, to getting to class, to everything. You gotta want it. You gotta get it. You can have somebody, that's why you always see people when they're lifting heavy or when they're doing their best, you see people yelling at them, do it, or get it, do it, lift it, you can do it. Because determination plays a big part. You wanna get your body rocking, you wanna sit there and look nice, you wanna have a nice body figure, well, determination plays a big part of it. You gotta want it, you gotta earn it. Next thing is self-motivation. Never give up. Can't is not in any of your vocabulary. That word does not exist. That word does not exist when you walk through that door to the classroom. That word does not exist when you walk into the computer lab. And it certainly does not exist when you walk into the weight room. Can't is not a word. Can't is not even allowed. It's gone. Can't is done. That's not a word anymore. It's not allowed to say it. Next is focus. You cannot stray away from your goal. You're sitting there lifting bench. Don't sit there and do like 5. Stop. Oh, I gotta take a rest. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna take a water. I'm gonna play on my phone for a bit. I gotta check my messages. No. Walk in the weight room. I'm not getting mad at you. I'm not telling you, but focus plays a big part because it's increasing as you're in the weight room, as you're working out, as you guys are listening right now in the class. Your focus level is actually growing. It's not growing like through the roof. It's growing piece by piece, layer by layer, and that's how it will be the same in the weight room. After that is self-discipline. You see a bag of candy, you see, pie, cake, or whatever. Self-discipline. You want a piece. Tell yourself no. If anything, what I used to do when I smelled sweets by, I'd sit there and sit by the sweet, smell it just from a distance, and eat an apple. You guys see videos of that on Facebook where that guy went and smelled that big old burger, and he was like, and took a bite of that apple. He was cheating himself. He wasn't eating a burger, he was just teaching himself self-discipline. That's one way to do it. Another thing of self-discipline is, hey, having your best friend sit and throw water. I have my girlfriend doing that to me, and for classes now. I couldn't get up at 9, I couldn't get up at 10:30. I'd miss class, my first 2 classes. So I have my girlfriend now teaching me self-discipline, throwing water all over me, which is kind of bad, but it's the only way to get me to wake up, because I don't like waking up. Now the last thing, a lot of people don't know that this plays a big part also. All these mental benefits play a big part, but this one plays the biggest. I cannot stress that enough. The biggest is healing. I was a suicide survivor, and I'm also still dealing with a lot of depression. Healing plays that big part with me when it comes into the weight room, because as I'm lifting, I'm putting all that stress, all that, everything that I'm dealing with in my life into the weights, into the iron, into, now look at me. I was flat out punched. I was this big, I weighed almost 300 pounds, I was stubby, I couldn't even run 10 feet without huffing and puffing. And now within a good 3 months, I'm standing straight up, able to keep my figure, and now I'm able to lift like 2 times my size now. So healing plays a really nice part in it. It will help you, it will be there for you. The weight room is there. The weight room is not your girlfriend or husband or whoever, whatever in your life is going to sit there and, hey, kick you to the curb. The weight room's going to be there. And that's how it was for me. Next thing we're going to be moving on to is the physical benefits. All of you already know what the physical benefits are. You're all like, yeah, it's gaining muscle, it's looking good, it's losing fat. What if I were to tell you it was different than that? The physical benefits are a lot different. They're a lot. They extend further than what your knowledge holds. Of course, you got your first, enhanced strength. You can lift something a lot heavier. You can sit there and lift something that you've never lifted before. And then the next thing is an enhanced speed. You're faster. You're able to move from one point to another in a quick instant, which is nice, which is great. That becomes a nice benefit. And then after that, you got your changed body view. You're noticing the changes of your body. You're noticing all the good things that are adding into your body. You see your shoulders are sticking out. You see that your posture is standing straight up. You see that your legs are sticking out more. You notice that you don't wear the same pant sizes. Obviously, the littlest things that you notice right away. After that, it's more energy. You're able to run longer. You're able to do this longer. You're able to do that longer. You're able to hold your child a lot longer. I couldn't hold my kid for longer than 10 seconds. And she's huge. She's like half my size. I couldn't hold her for more than 10 seconds. That's how bad I got. But now I'm able to hold her for the long distance. I can walk from the solo dorms to the daycare and back while holding her without even sitting there straining or shaking. That's how good this energy will feel. That's what the benefits will do for you. Next is better blood flow. Better blood flow. Everybody knows that, you're sitting there lifting, you're thinking that, oh no, it's just the muscles working out. Actually, it's pushing blood throughout your body to the parts you've never felt before, to the parts that you've never known about. Like, nobody knows, really, that there is a small, teeny tiny muscle right here. And when you're working out, or when you're doing your shoulders, you're actually getting blood through there. You're getting blood through areas of your body that never gotten blood for a while, for a long time. Because, everybody's all sitting there playing game, talking, Facebook, or whatever else. Meanwhile, when you're in the weight room, you're pushing blood throughout every part of your body, and it's getting re-energized. It's coming back to life. All those dead tissues or whatever are all coming back, and now you're able to move along more. Your blood travels through your body a lot faster, which is a good thing, because if you get cut, you get hurt, well, your blood is actually working a lot faster to push all that bacteria out of your skin. That's why you bleed so much, because it's pushing all that bacteria out faster. Why do you think Captain America, when he gets cut or whatever, you see him heal so fast? Because his body is so enhanced that his blood is working 2 times faster, triple times the faster, pushing out all that bacteria, healing, repairing all that damaged tissue. It's the same way with weightlifting. You're helping boost your blood. Everything it all requires of the body. After that, it's more controlled health. That is the last physical benefit. And what I mean by that, a while back, found out my pops had type 2 diabetes, and it got so bad to the point where he could even drive. So I worked out an alternative, got him into the same working out methods and everything, and now he's strayed away from that path. Now he's on a better path now. He can actually run. He can play with my daughter. He can play with my son a lot longer. He can do this and that. He's able to do all these wonderful things because I showed him working out. There's seriously, this working out plays a huge, huge part in your life. And now, we covered the basics, we got everything figured out. Now, what do you need to do when you walk into the gym? You.
Figure out your workout regimen.
Wrong.
Get cans out of your head.
Nope.
Oh, well, that was the answer.
Should I tell you the answer? Your goal. Your goal will play the biggest, most important part of your workout regimen. You were correct there, you were close. But it will play the biggest part. You gotta figure out what you want. You wanna lose weight? Okay, there's workout regimens for that. You wanna gain muscle? There's workout regimens for that. You wanna sit there, get a nice little better body figure, or have, better mindset? Well then, that comes with the goal. And last but not least, do not be afraid of the weight room. Of course, you're gonna see people in there who have a better figure than you, who can lift more than you, who can sit there and do things longer than you can. Well, I'm here to tell you, that don't matter. You walk in that weight room, you're doing it for you. Doing it for you. You're not doing it for him, you're not doing it for her, you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. For your own personal growth, your own personal gain. So when you walk in that weight room, don't be afraid. Every machine in there will help you reach your goal. Every participant in there is willing to help you. Plus, it's also a great way to make friends as well. And so far, I think I've covered everything. Finish up last, go ahead and turn you guys' papers over. What I've made for you guys is actually a workout slip.